What's up, Nerdosity? This is your host, Tiger Eye Cosplay, and make sure that you subscribe. We are so close to 70,000 subscribers, and if we can get there before December is over, then we have won! And hopefully you share it with your friends so that we can make it to 100K very, very soon.
You're watching Nerdosity.
I just want to talk about the Game Awards and the big old Spider-Man elephant in this room. Now, I don't know why Yuri Lowenthal lost to the guy who plays Astarion in Baldur's Gate 3 for the best voice performance, because Yuri ate and absolutely left no crumbs in a very linear game that was broken up between two main characters. I think given the disparity between how big the two games were, Yuri did the most with the least, especially since not every player is going to see most of Astarion's voice lines. You could be following Shadowheart or Karlach or, I don't know, Lae'zel. Not really though. She's mean. Even so, I can't admit that Baldur's Gate 3 is much bigger than Spider-Man 2, and the amount of voice lines and arcs in this game just means that there's more to grade, which means Astarion wins. Although, I believe that Shadowheart and Karlach's voice actors were much better, and the only reason Astarion beat them out is because the internet is super thirsty and horny. I'm talking to you. But I can see why Spider-Man 2 lost out to Baldur's Gate time and time again in these awards, and I believe it's because of how they took the story. Don't get me wrong, Spider-Man 2 is phenomenal. The whole game interface is groundbreaking. But the story? It lost a lot of magic that the first one brought. First, Peter seems to be so much weaker this go around than the first time. I mean, he almost died. No, he did die. To a stab wound when he took on 6 villains at once that beat the heck out of him, broke many of his bones.
Just got a call from the hospital. They said you went AWOL.
Need to get back to work.
The doctor said you still have 14 broken bones.
Which means I have 192 non-broken ones. Thanks for taking care of me, by the way.
And he got right back up and beat the snot out of him moments later. And this Spider-Man, this Peter, Spider-Man 2, dies because of a stab wound from some dude that doesn't even have superpowers? He's just good at smelling things and licking things? What?
MJ! Come on. Pete, come on, this is nothing. Remember in 5th grade when you... No.
All the time some rube, no offense Miles, none taken, jerk. No, but seriously though, no offense, I know that this version of Miles is weak. I'd get my butt handed to me by the Spider-Verse movies, Miles, you know what I'm saying? Had to save Peter's behind time and time again. Like he constantly has to save Peter, even though their skill levels are so vastly different and on different planes of existence. Miles just got his powers. He's only been doing this for a few months, whereas Peter's been doing it for years. He should be absolutely fine defeating all of these villains by himself, and even more fine with the fact that Miles is there. But no, they're making Peter so freaking weak. Miles has to save him from the symbiote, from Kraven, from Venom like 2 times. And the amount of times that Peter was just passed out in the course of this game was appalling. I mean, there's no reason that you have to dumb down and weaken such a powerhouse so that you can pass the mantle to someone who should still clearly need help. Is it because Miles is in vogue right now, or Peter's white? I don't know. But Miles would never have existed without Peter. Peter ran so Miles could run. Pete is the reason why so many people adore Spider-Man. His personal strength to do what's right, and the fact that he comes out on top time and time again, always getting back up by himself, is what makes him so much more well-known and better than Batman. Yes, I said it. And the way that he's just like the common man, except that he has superpowers, is what makes him so much more relatable than every other superhero in existence. We feel him. We vibe with Spider-Man. And then you just go and ruin the ride. I mean, seriously, Pete passing out and having to get help again and again and again, being much more weaker than MJ, who's busting caps in people's butts the whole entire time in this game? Gosh, she had more game than him. How is that even possible? Spider-Man is a cultural icon, and the way that the Insomniac writers handled him this go-around is so infuriating and insulting. I mean, they were headed in the best way with the second game that came out that was solely focused on Miles Morales. He was a mentor that you could look up to and trusted Miles to handle the city while he went off to Sokovia to help MJ. But then he comes back as Spider-Man 2 and he's categorically weaker, dumber, and more emotionally turbulent than a teenager who's going through another life change alongside of puberty? It's so improbable that it's laughable. If you want to pass the mantle to Miles, fine, but do it in a way that doesn't degrade and ruin the character that brought people to the game franchise in the first place. It also slaps fans in the face too, considering that our personal hero for so long has been reduced to a whipped himbo that quits Spider-Manning just because this version of MJ wants to be the cool one in the relationship, the main one in the relationship. MJ, you can make a podcast without making Peter stop being Spider-Man, because you know for darn sure that he didn't stop doing that by himself. It was all MJ. I mean, he saves people, girl. Gosh, she's so selfish in this version. This just makes my soul hurt. Watch Spectacular Spider-Man. That's when every single part of the whole thing is just wonderful. MJ is great. Gwen is great. Pete is great. He's super cool and super smart and super strong and a guy that can do anything. And it's great. But yeah, so that was a rant. I had that weighed heavily on my soul, but hopefully y'all agree with me. And if you do, make sure you comment down below. Give this video a big thumbs up so at least Insomniac can see this, because gosh, fix him, fix him, fix him. He's my baby. I love Pete. Fix him. Make sure you guys subscribe because I love it. It helps me. It makes me feel good inside. I need those subscriptions, please. And watch this video. Send it to your friends. Share it. Click the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I make a new one. And guess what? I'm making a new video every single day. Most of them are shorts, but we'll be bringing back these too. I just needed to get into the rhythm of making shorts. So thank you guys so much for watching. You've been watching Nerdosity, and I will see you next time. Bye.